All right, this is Chuck Marshall with Metal Wani, and I'm talking to Chris Jericho from Fozzy. Chris, how are you doing, man?
Good, man. Excited to start the tour.
So it's been a couple of years since you guys have hit the road. You've got a great lineup with King and Sons of Texas. Was that planned, to give this kind of hard rock experience to the fans, or was it kind of like the stars aligned and it happened?
Oh no, of course, it was very much a planned thing. We're very picky and specific with the bands that we choose to tour with, especially when we're headlining. We always want to put together a package that kind of represents the whole vibe of Fozzy, which is having a good time and having some good rock bands with a good vibe. So King has been on our radar for a while. We've done a few shows with them in the past. Sons of Texas, obviously, a newer band that we hadn't heard much about, but when both those bands were brought to our attention, we did our research, we did our listening parties, and realized that both of them would be perfect to do with Fozzy. And like I said, it makes it a great night of rock and roll where you come to the first band, stay all the way through until we're finished, and enjoy every song, every minute of the show. And it's very important because there's so many bands on tour nowadays, and you have to put together a great package. And we're very, very, very excited about this one for sure.
Yeah, I mean that leads right into my next question because it's the summer's touring season in the States. If a package has a good diverse set of music that pulls in the fans. So do you think that's really important for bands that are touring the States to put together a good package like this?
Well, I mean, absolutely. And then that's what I was kind of saying before. When you have so many bands that are touring, you want to put together the most value for people's bucks because they're going to have to take and choose.
Yeah.
If there's a Guns N' Roses stadium tour and a Metallica stadium tour, a lot of people can't go to those. And if Fozzy, a lot of people can go to both. I mean, and if Fozzy's coming to, let's say, the machine shop in Flint, and 2 weeks later, I don't know, Starset is coming or Hailstorm is coming, if our package isn't as good as theirs or vice versa, people are going to once again have to pick and choose maybe which show they want to see. So the more guns blazing you have, the more value you have when you come to town, the better it is for everybody. And once again, it's a very specific process in putting together the right lineup because you don't want to have a thrash metal band and a death metal band and a pop band on the same bill. You want to have 3 bands that have the same mindset, the same vibe. And like I said, when we play live, we're Van Halen in 1979. You want people to jump up and down and have a great time and enjoy the show and cheer and chant and drink some beer. And that's kind of those other bands on the bill too as well. If you want to mosh, you can, but it's not a lot of moshing at a Fozzy show. It's more a lot of just screaming and yelling and jumping up and down having a good time.
Yeah.
And that's what it's like for King and Sons of Texas as well.
That's awesome, man. So you've got the new record, Judas, that's going to be coming out, and you're dropping the self-titled single on May 2nd. When will the full album be in fans' hands?
We're not completely too sure yet. Probably sometime in September. I think it's kind of the plan. September, maybe early October.
Right.
Still kind of putting the finishing touches on it, but the first single is Judas. It's ready to go. You can see the sample of it up on Instagram. It debuts on Loudwire next Tuesday, 10 a.m. in the morning, and it's crushing. The video is crushing. The song is crushing. You can hear just from the 30-second clip just how hooky and catchy it is.
Yeah.
So, once again, we're really excited for everybody to hear it because when you're in the studio for a year, writing songs, recording songs, listening to it over and over and over and over again, you start to lose perspective as to how good it is. Sometimes you start thinking, is this still good? Do I like this still? Because you've heard it so much. And then, we all get a chance to probably get their hands to the fans. And then by just releasing the little clip that we did this morning, the response to Come to the Roof, I think it was 100,000 likes on Instagram in 7 hours. So, people have been waiting for it. They're responding to it very, very, getting into the song and getting it, which is what we want more than anything, because you want the fans to enjoy your material, and that's kind of the ultimate litmus test when it gets out there and hearing people's reactions. That's what it's all about.
That's awesome, man. So Fozzy has no fear of exploring like the spectrum of music. Can you share what the musical direction is going to be on this new album?
Well, I mean, the song's a little bit more concise. I'd say there's probably less guitar solos on this record than there's ever been. More hooks. They're very, very hooky, catchy songs. No ballads this time. No real flashes this time. They're kind of all within the same wavelength of just. If this was like 1987 when bands would release 6 singles off the record.
Yeah.
This would be one of those records. This could be, Hysteria or Bad or and it says Chick. It's got that vibe. Like, I don't know sometimes which song is going to be the single. There's actually a little bit of a not going to say an argument, but say a debate. We're trying to choose what the first single is going to be between 4 candidates right off the bat.
Oh, wow.
A song called Painless, a song called Elevator, a song called Weight of My World, and Judas. And we're trying to see, which one do we choose? So we went kind of with the heavier one, the hookier one, and then I think the next thing was going to be a song called Elevator, which is much more like Lights Go Out, and that type of vibe from our last record. So the music spectrum is still Fozzy. It's different. It's diverse, but it's still like the logical progression for Fozzy as a band. So maybe you set up progression from Chase the Rail to Simon Bones to U.S.Tour, War, and then now with Judas. We're always moving forward, but it's still Fozzy for sure.
Cool. So, can you tell us a little bit about your vocals for the album? The last record, there's a lot of uplifted, hook-oriented choruses. Can fans expect the same thing on the new record?
Well, that's what I said. Yeah, absolutely. There's a lot of hooks, and we're very Fozzy's also been very groove-oriented. There's a lot of hooks and a lot of melodies, and that has to change. It's probably not seeing on this record the best of ever done because the melodies are more challenging. And you can do that on Judas on a clip like that right now. There's 3 or 4 different parts to that 30-second song.
Yeah.
Lots of doubling, lots of harmonies. So I'm really, really proud of the vocals on the record. And it's funny because when you make a record, I go into the studio, I track my parts because, 14 days, and then you don't hear them again until the record comes out. It could be 4, 5, 6 months later. So there's a lot of songs that I don't even really remember how they go. I've heard them since I tracked them.
Right.
But just right off the bat, when you do it, the classic Fozzy sound with the Chris Jericho vocal. I'm really, really looking forward to having people hear the whole thing, and looking forward to having people hear the whole song as well next week.
Nice. So, Paul DeLeo from Adrenaline Mob is back in the band. How has that influenced the dynamic of the band?
Well, I think Paul was in Adrenaline Mob for about 3 weeks, but Paul's been with Fozzy for 4 years. He's played on our last 2 records. And,
yep.
You can't deny the chemistry that you have with certain bands. As a player, Paul is the best bass player. As a band, as a person, he's one of my favorite people on the planet. So to have him back in the band is just the perfect spot. It never felt the same when Paul had to step away for a while. We had a kind of a cavalcade of bass players with some Spinal Tap drummers. So I think 3 or 4 guys that came in this place, Paul in. That's about right, because it takes 3 or 4 guys to play the ball like them. But the chemistry that we have that you can never replace. You can never, you never want to mess with it. Now that he's back, and just being in the room, we see the photo shoot and the video, it just feels like home to have him back with us. We're really excited. He has another gig. He plays in Germany with Nina. She's a big star over there. She's a stadium act over there. But, we've been very lucky that all of the dates have aligned, and we've been able to commit to playing every show that we have on this tour coming up. And sometimes if we have to find somebody to sub in for them, once it's the time to find you. But he's in the band. He's full time with us, 100%. He ain't going anywhere.
Awesome. That's great, man. So, I had no idea that there was a stripper top 10 chart, and and so I'm wondering, are you thinking that there's going to be tunes that can top, Lights Go Out as far as that chart, or is it just going to be like a one-hit wonder for Fozzy on that list?
Well, there's a couple tunes in that vibe for sure. And even a song like Judas, that could be a really good song for the dance too, but in a darker way. Like Judas is more of a having sex in the back alley type of the song.
Yeah.
And Judas is more seduction and betrayal, and that's that side of passion. So, but like I said, there's a couple of tunes on it that are very much in the Lights Go Out thing. Song called Elevator, song called Weight of My World, there's a song called Burn Me Out, that all have that kind of song of Lights Go Out sort of thing. So, I think once the record comes out and people start to tell me what songs they think are the best ones, songs that we're playing live, you're going to hear, a couple elements in those tunes where you go, oh, this reminds me of the U.S.Tour War record. This reminds me of the Vanity. This reminds me of the Thin Bones. And that's sort of good rock band has. You always kind of have a correlation and a connection to your past records, but then also take that to the future and you kind of reinvent. You have to reinvent that longevity in music and children in general, and we're good at that.
Nice. So, switching gears just a little bit. So, WWE Payback is coming up on April 30th. How are you feeling about your showdown with Kevin Owens?
It's been a great, angle the last 8 months. It's been a lot of fun, and that's why we took 2016 off. Things are going really good in the WWE, and the guys are making another Mojo record, so it's just perfect to kind of get off the road, stay away for a while, make absence makes the heart go fonder and all that other good stuff. So, it's been a lot of fun. I really enjoyed it. One of the best runs in my career. Now that it's winding down, it's funny because yes, I still have a couple more shows, but I'm full focused on Fozzy, so it's like, I feel like one foot's out the door already. But, when I'm actually there and in the ring and ready to go, it's going to be a great match for sure. I have no doubt. He's an excellent performer. He's a great character. He has great chemistry, so it's a good way to spend the last year. It's a good way to kind of end up my run for sure.
So, for WWE, you've got to be in great physical condition. And I'm wondering, do you think that gives you an advantage as a vocalist and being able to, one, project your voice, but also, just handling the touring grind with Fozzy?
Oh, absolutely. I mean, you have to be in great shape for both, actually. I probably sweat more at a Fozzy gig than I do at a WWE show because of the nature of, you go on non-stop for an hour and a half, especially for headline. That's a long show, and it's from the start to the finish. It's just energy and sweat and crazy. Yeah. And so I think they both complement each other. They're both very much athletic forms of entertainment that very much depend on what kind of reaction you get from the audience and the energy that you get, that you exchange with each other. And you can have the greatest show in the world, the greatest match in the world. If the crowd doesn't like it, then it sucks. You can have the worst show in the world, the worst match in the world. If the crowd's going bananas, so that's what it's all about.
So, are there, is there any guilty pleasures in your music repertoire that you can share with us? Things that would be outside the wheelhouse of Fozzy.
Yeah, I still am a big fan of early 90s rap. Gerardo and MC Hammer. I like a lot of that stuff. It's catchy, very hooky, fun. It's good in there. You listen to a lot of Beach Boys lately, which is cool, some Chuck Berry stuff. So I like the old school rock and roll as well. Nice.
So, are there any projects that you'd be interested in doing outside of Fozzy?
I'm in another band called Metal Allegiance with Mike Portnoy and Dave Ellison from Megadeth and Marcus Vita from Death Angel, and so that's kind of a side project for us. We get together and just bust out some of our favorite metal covers. Chuck Berry from Testament from there, Gary Holt from Slayer. We did a big show in Anaheim in January. It was awesome. And just try to stick with them and do some more stuff when I'm available. It's kind of a rotating lineup. Whoever can show up does it. But that's a lot of fun to get to play with other musicians. But the musicians too is play with other musicians,
Yeah. So I just had one more question for you.
Sure.
When you're not touring and with Fozzy or wrestling, what do you like to do in your spare time?
Basically, just hang out with my kids. That's what I do when I'm home. I don't do anything but whatever's involved in their lives, and that's the balance. Being on the road as much as I am, you want to spend as much time at home as you can, and when I'm at home, that's what I do, and it's what I do best. So awesome. It's a good balance, and it keeps you solid, keeps your feet on the ground. Sure.
Great. Well, Chris, I really appreciate you taking the time to talk with us.
Yeah, man. Like I said, we're excited to see everybody and everybody in Flint, everybody in the whole Judas Rising tour. And if you haven't seen us, you are missing out. And don't be a nerd and miss out. It's going to be another great night of rock and roll, man. So we're looking forward to it.
Awesome. Thanks so much for talking with us, man.